about Jesus.
That's right, we're celebrating about Jesus.
Thank you, Kat, for this. Amen.
Good job. Welcome to Pursuit of Momming. This is Chrissy and it's story time. But I'm just going to talk about our adventure while we watch the kids opening presents. So, we opened presents the morning before Christmas, since we were going to have a busy evening with the Christmas services, and the next day is when we were driving to New Jersey from Indiana. And so that's what this story time is about, our road trip fail slash miracle. So we decided to drive all the way to New Jersey from Indiana because of being so unsure about traveling during COVID and just wanting to leave it to the last minute to make the call, and also avoiding exposure with airports and airplanes and everything. And we had done the trip before to New Jersey, and we had done the trip to Atlanta, which is the same distance. That was the first time we did the trip with both kids. So on that trip we learned to split it into 2 days. So that was the plan. We were feeling good. We went on the road, we stopped for lunch, but being that it was Christmas, everything but IHOP and gas stations were closed in the area that we stopped in. And IHOP was packed, so obviously not going there. And we picked up sandwiches and snacks from the gas station. Ate it in the parking lot, in the car, me in the back with Rachel sitting in Jonah's car seat since it's less inclined, and Jonah up front with John. Also, I almost lost my wallet when we were at the gas station, but thankfully someone knocked on the window and said it was out there, so that was a huge blessing. Then we went back on the road, and it wasn't snowing much, but there was a lot of snow blowing on the surface of the road, so it was kind of hard to see the actual road. And we were about 2 hours into the trip at that point, and then the tire blew, and it was absolutely shredded, and we were in the middle of nowhere, and no AAA, but almost instantaneously someone pulled over to help. And I was just blown away that we were so blessed by that. And as they were digging the spare out of the trunk, it was snowing on the kids, but it would have taken so much longer without this Good Samaritan's help and equipment. We could have gotten by with what we had, but it would have taken so much longer. But even still, it took about an hour, and the kids did really well considering the circumstances. Rachel was upset because she was woken from her nap and cold and hungry, but I didn't want to move around in the car while it was up on the jack. And Jonah was a little freaked out about the car being jacked up, but I distracted him with a game on the iPad. So once it was safe to drive, we stopped at a gas station so I could feed Rachel and we could collect ourselves. And we actually ended up canceling the trip entirely because of safety concerns and also other things that happened in the weeks and days leading up to the trip that I'm not going to get into. So Rachel was starting to lose it by the end of the ride home, and for the last hour of the car ride, I had to sit with my body twisted around, holding her hands in the back seat, and the kids didn't get to eat until we got home. It was about their bedtime when we did get home. I didn't have time to give Rachel dinner and breastfeed her, so I just gave her some extra milk. And Jonah had his dinner, and we put them to bed, and they both fell asleep pretty quickly, thankfully without too much drama from being overtired, as it was about an hour past their bedtimes, which wasn't the worst, but considering everything else that they had been through that day in the car, they must have been really tired. And the next morning, another one of our tires was flat, so it's really a miracle that we got home safely. Jonah was really excited to see his family and kept saying, on Saturday we're going to see Mimi and Grandpa, and then we're going to see our cousins. And I kept needing to remind him there was too much snow, so we need to go on the airplane instead, whenever that may be. And so when he remembers, he says, we need to go to the airport and then see Mimi and Grandpa and then see our cousins. So hopefully that's starting to stick. I think he still had a fun Christmas so far, though, especially with the special gift we got him this year. And even though it hasn't been the first Christmas I imagined for Rachel, she had a lot of fun opening presents, and I liked watching the kids open presents together. I'm just anxious for her to meet family and see my mom again, and for Jonah to see everyone again too, especially his cousins. But I'm grateful we're safe, and we'll just have to fly out after all and figure out when we're going to do that. So that's how our failed road trip went. I'm just trying to focus on the blessings, like the fact that someone came out of nowhere, sent by God, I believe, to help us on the side of the road, and that we got to have a bit of a staycation instead of a busy time traveling with two small kids and being in homes that weren't our own for a week. And for anybody who's in ministry, you know how busy it can be leading up to the holidays. Even not in ministry, there's always a lot of work to do leading up to the holidays, it seems. But I hope it isn't much longer until we can finally get back to family. So let me know how your travel plans went this Christmas. I know a lot of things didn't happen as planned because of COVID. Or let me know about another time your travel plans went awry. I know this certainly hasn't been the first time for me, with kids or without. Thanks for watching, and here comes Jonah's Christmas present. What does this one say?
Jonah.
Jonah. What's that say?
Mary.
Mary.
It says Christmas.
Christmas.
Love.
Love.
And children.
Love.
Children. Mommy.
Mommy and
Daddy.
Daddy. Okay. Bring it over here and see what's inside. What?
Daddy's birthday.
It's Jesus' birthday, and we give everyone gifts to celebrate.
No.
I'm
Hey,
just moving
Jonah?
so you
Jonah?
can open it.
Jonah, why don't you open the big present?
Out. Out. What's that?
What is it?
It's a barbie.
It's what?
That's
Is it a bounce house?
good.
No way.
And one other thing.
A bounce house.
What's this?
Whoa.
A book.
Okay, good job.
What's that, Elmo?
You found Elmo. This is Elmo and all his friends. See how they're all different, but they're all wonderful.
Now
Good.
outside.
Rachel has one more present.
Oh. What?
Rachel.
It's helping.
Jonah, what's this?
So it is.
For Rachel, what is it?
It's a very hungry child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has her very own book.
Maybe she'll learn to say salami. Jonah, say salami.
So little mommy.
Goodness.
Now you both have one more. So this one has an R on it, so that means it's for
Rachel.
R is for Rachel. And this one has a J on it. J is for
Down.
there you go. And what's this?
That's
It's Mickey.
what?
What else is in there, Joe?
Size is it? What is it? I'm going to get it all that out.
And Rachel has Minnie.
What's that, Joe?
The box.
It's a box that you can draw on.
You can put numbers on it and roll it like dice.
It got a hole out.
Rachel has these tops for pouches to keep them from being like squirted out.
What's that?
Jonah, I think there's more in there.
Is it empty?
No.
Let's see what else is inside.
No. Not yet.
I think he wants to see what else is inside.
What? It's a dog.
Those are cupcake lines.
Be a cupcake toy.
Wow, look that! Cat. Let's see what's inside of it.
Jonah, do you want to see what's inside of that?
It's gonna be good. You spell Kit Kat
Spell it.
on this.
Eat it. Is it a good Christmas?
Down to Kit Kat.
Yeah, you get two. The best way to eat them is at the same time, Jonah.
Got both.
Jonah, what is it?
It's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Ooh, so cool. There. Drop.
Wow.
It's your very own. We get to keep it. You want to bounce?